Hey everyone, welcome back to Figma Fusion Studio. Today, we're diving into the next section of the button component. In the previous videos, we covered how to create a button component, add visibility control, and dynamically change icons. If you haven't seen those videos yet, check the description for the link or click the suggestion in the top right corner of the screen. Let's start. First, we're going to add a size property to our button component. We'll be creating both large and small button variants. Go to the main component and select all variants. In our current button, the font size is 12 pixels. We can increase it to 16 pixels using the shortcut Shift plus Command plus on Mac or Shift plus Control plus on Windows. Similarly, we will increase the icon size to 16 pixels using Command plus right arrow on Mac or Control plus right arrow on Windows. Since the aspect ratio is locked, the height of the icon will also increase automatically. The link to the previous tutorial is given in the description. Update the padding top-bottom, 10 pixels. Duplicate the layer using Command plus D on Mac or Control plus D on Windows. Then, give some extra spacing from our medium-sized button to keep these organized. We are increasing the size of the purple box icon set because the duplicated button variants are currently hidden. Select all the buttons, then increase the font size and icon size to 18 pixels using the shortcut Shift plus Command plus on Mac or Shift plus Control plus on Windows. This will define our large button variant. Now update the padding to match the new button size. Top bottom, 16 pixels. Left right, 24 pixels. This ensures proper spacing and alignment for our large button variant. The gap has changed to -3 px, so I'm updating it to 10 px for consistency. Now that we have our large button, while duplicating the focus and disabled buttons, their order changed. Let's rearrange them to match the structure of our original button set. Let's create a small button following the same process. Small buttons are often used in mobile screens and compact UI layouts. Now, for the small button, we set the font size and icon size to 14 px, update the padding to 8 px, top bottom, and 14 px, left right. And set the gap to 6 px. Now, we have 3 button sizes ready: small, medium, and large. Go to the artboard and check how it's working. You'll notice no visible changes yet because we haven't added the size property control. In the state property, we now see 8 new variants without proper names. So, we need to rename them properly and add a size control property. Go to the main component and select the button component by clicking its component name. Now it's selected. On the right side panel below component name, you'll see properties with some icon. Click on the plus icon. Here, you'll see options like New Variant, Text, Boolean, Instant Swap, and Nest to Instant. We've already used Instant Swap earlier, so now we'll go with New Variant. We'll cover the rest in later lessons. Click on New Variant, and in the pop-up, set property name as size. For now, keep the values as they are, and click on Create Property. You can see that on the right side panel, a new property called Size has been added. Now, we need to update the names properly. Select each button variant and rename the size values accordingly. Medium for default button, large for large button, small for the smaller button. This will help in easily selecting the right button size when using the component. Go to the artboard and check the properties panel. Now, we can change the size using the size property. However, when checking the state property, we see that the names have changed. This happened because we didn't assign variant names to the states. To fix this, go to the main component. Select the default normal button from all sizes. On the right side panel, under state property, you'll see it marked as mixed. Rename it to normal. Next, select hover state from large and small variants and rename the state property to hover. Since we already named the status hovered in the normal button, it wasn't selected automatically. Now, repeat this for all other states to maintain consistency. Now, we need to follow the same process for all other variants: active, focus, and disabled. Now, go to the artboard and check how the button works. Select the button component. In the right side Properties panel, you can now see both state and size controls. Try switching between different states and sizes to see how they behave. Now, our button component is fully dynamic, with state and size variation. Next, we want to add a secondary button. Typically, a secondary button only has a border. However, in this case, we will give it a different background color since we have a separate plan for an outline button later. Select all the variants, duplicate them, move them to the right side, and give some space for better organization. We need to apply a different color for the secondary button. Let's update the colors for all variants. First, select all the default buttons from medium, large, and small sizes, then apply bluish-gray color. Next, select the hover state and update its color. Follow the same process to update all the variants accordingly. Next, we need to create a component property to control the button type as either a primary or secondary button. To do this, go to the main component, and on the right side panel, next to Properties, click the plus icon. Choose New Variants as the property type. Name property type and assign primary as the value. Click Create Properties to finalize it. Then select all the secondary button variants and in the untyped property, rename the value to secondary. Go to the artboard and check how the button type property works. Now you should be able to switch between primary and secondary buttons using the Properties panel. Next, we need to create a bordered button for all states. Go to the button component, select all variants, and duplicate them using the shortcut Command D. Then, move them right side for better organization, but there's no strict rule, place them wherever it feels convenient for you. We need to remove the fill color from all primary outline buttons and apply the same color as the border. The same color should be updated for the hover state as well. For active and focus states, we can apply fill color. For the disabled button, I'll update only the border color while keeping the fill transparent. Applying the same approach to the secondary button as well, removing fill color, updating the border of the same color, adjusting the hover, active, focus, and disabled states accordingly. Next, we need to add a controller for the outline button. Select Button Component, go to the right side panel, and click the plus icon next to Properties. Choose Variant Property, name Outline, set the default value to True, and click Create Property. Now, the outline controller is added, but all buttons are set to True by default. Select all the filled buttons and set their outline property to false. Finally, go to the artboard and check how it works. Now, the outline controller is added with a Boolean switch, allowing you to easily toggle between different outline and fill buttons. Next, we need to create the icon-only button. Go to the button component, select all the variants, and duplicate them using Command plus DE Mac or Control plus D Windows. Move the duplicated buttons down. I'm placing all the filled buttons at the top and the bordered buttons at the bottom to keep everything structured. Now, let's refine the icon-only button. Keep only the left icon. Remove the right icon and label from all variants. Remove visibility control. Since this button will always have an icon, we no longer need the visibility control for the icon. select the icon, and remove visibility property. Now, let's add the only icon control. Select the button component. Click the plus icon in the Properties panel. Choose Variant Property. Name it only icon and set the value to true. Click Create Property. Select all non-icon only button. Change the only icon property to false. Now, we can toggle between regular and icon on buttons using this new control. Rearrange the properties for better organization. Select the button component, go to the right side panel under Property, locate the move icon beside each property, drag and arrange them in the following order: type, size, outline, state, icon only, visibility controls, left-right icons. Now, the properties are structured for better usability. In the same way, we can add a link button, success button, or alert button. This lesson might feel a bit fast-paced, but if I had edited it at normal speed, the video would have been around 30 minutes long. So, I fast-forwarded some sections to keep it concise. If you have any doubts, drop a comment, and I'll be happy to clarify. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep designing, and see you in the next video.